Ready, Kate? Imagine for a moment you are out working in your yard on a Sunday afternoon. You notice the neighbors next door out by their pool, Tom and Renee Wilson, a nice couple in their 40s. Tom is cleaning the pool. Renee is chatting with their 2 teenage daughters. The older one, you remember, is just learning how to drive. Their youngest daughter is trying to corral her little brother from jumping into the pool before Tom is done cleaning. She keeps saying, "No, Tommy, no, Tommy." Then, suddenly, you hear a splash and another "no." You look over the fence. Maybe the preschooler has fallen into the pool. Somebody fell in, but it wasn't Tommy. It was his dad. His family quickly pulls him out. One of his daughters calls 911 while Renee is frantically attempting to do CPR. You run over to help. Tom is not responding. Within minutes, there are sirens, and the ambulance immediately loads Tom onto the back and takes him to the hospital. This story could end in any number of ways. Tom could die, leaving Renee a widow, the children fatherless. Who would walk those 3 girls down the aisle or teach Tommy how to throw a spiral? Tom could come home debilitated. He might never work or shoot hoops in the driveway or play in the pool with his kids again. Or Tom could come home, if he's very lucky, to make the necessary changes in his life to live a long and full life. So, the big question here is, what caused a seemingly healthy man to collapse and possibly die? Tom's body was being attacked by an invisible condition that was wreaking havoc on his body, thus causing his heart attack. Tom, like many Americans, had hypertension and didn't know it. Hypertension is measuring a systolic blood pressure of 140 or greater, or diastolic of 90 or greater. Hypertension is known as a silent killer. By the time a person experiences symptoms, the damage has been done. The American Heart Association estimates that 1 in 3 Americans have hypertension, and about 1/3 of them are completely unaware. High blood pressure damages the lining of the arteries because the increased pressure puts them under greater strain, leading to conditions such as arteriosclerosis, which is known as hardening of the arteries, causing them to stiffen, or atherosclerosis, which is the accumulation of cholesterol deposits, narrowing the arteries, obstructing the flow of blood. Internal bleeding can be caused by an aneurysm, a fluid-filled sac that ruptures or bursts. High blood pressure makes your heart work harder to pump the blood to the body. This leads to an enlarged heart and eventually can cause heart failure. Coronary artery disease is a narrowing of coronary arteries, causing angina and heart attacks. Hypertension also affects the brain. Atherosclerosis of the brain causes transient ischemic attacks, or TIAs, mini strokes. A person suffering TIAs is at greater risk for a stroke. A stroke occurs when the blood flow to the brain is stopped by a clot. And if an aneurysm bursts inside the brain, the result is likely fatal. Mild cognitive impairment and dementia are sometimes caused by weakened arterial flow to the brain. Other conditions that are directly attributable to hypertension are kidney disease, erectile dysfunction, bone loss, obstructive sleep apnea, and damage to the retina and optic nerves. This didn't have to happen to Tom. Tom, like many people, hadn't been to see a doctor in years because he believed he was healthy. We need to get the word out to each and every American that the best thing that we can do to combat hypertension is to get checked and know your numbers and be checked regularly. By supporting the American Heart Association, we can do just that. The American Heart Association is a national voluntary organization whose mission is building healthier lives free of cardiovascular disease and stroke. Their goal of reducing the death rate from coronary heart disease and stroke by 25% is achievable if they meet their goal of reducing hypertension by 25%. The American Heart Association is funded completely through private donations. They sponsor many community and professional education programs. There are numerous ways to give. On the website www.americanheart.org, there are volunteer opportunities as well as many ways to donate. The largest fundraiser is the Heart Start Walk, which takes place in Philadelphia on November 11th, beginning at 8:30 a.m. at Citizens Bank Park. It is a 3-mile walk, non-competitive. Other fundraisers include Jump Rope for Heart in the elementary school, Hoops for Heart at the middle school level, and the Go Red campaign, which has many events that take place all over the country. There are many ways to donate. You can donate your vehicle. You can participate in a matching gift program through your employer. You can set up a trust or annuity. You can make a monthly pledge, or you can even put the American Heart Association in your will. If you are short on time and money, you can participate in the Dear Neighbors campaign. And for those that like to shop, all proceeds from the items purchased on their website benefit the American Heart Association. In the past 10 years, the American Heart Association has raised more than $1 billion for cardiovascular research. Tom, it turned out, was one of the lucky ones. While the American Heart Association hadn't reached Tom, it touched his life in many other ways. His wife had taken a CPR course when the kids were little and the pool was installed. The ambulance arrived within 6 minutes and was equipped with an AED, automated external defibrillator that corrected Tom's heart rhythm. The EMS field personnel recognized that Tom was having a serious heart attack through proper training and used destination protocol to take him to the nearest hospital that provided 24/7 angioplasty and stenting. Only 20% of hospitals provide this service. His surgery was performed within 90 minutes. Without this sequence of events, Tom would have never made it. Tom has developed a healthier lifestyle. He's added fruits and vegetables and a little dark chocolate to his diet. He's monitoring his heart, his salt intake. Instead of sitting on the sidelines while his kids are at soccer practice, he's walking around the track. The only risky behavior that he's engaging in is driving with his 16-year-old daughter. After reading the literature provided by the American Heart Association, Tom realized there was a genetic possible component to his hypertension, so he encouraged his brother Jack to see a doctor. It turned out that Jack, too, had hypertension. Together, they joined a gym, and they go several mornings a week. They've both reduced their waistline by several inches and are the weight that they were in college. By knowing his numbers, Jack prevented a future stroke, and the American Heart Association saved 2 lives in this story. While Tom and Jack are fictional characters, their condition is real. 1 in 3 Americans have high blood pressure. That's 65 million people, and about 20 million of them are completely unaware. Who are these people? Are they your friends, your family, your neighbors? When will they find out? Only after it's too late? You can help them by supporting the American Heart Association. Please donate your time or your money to help the American Heart Association reach their goal of reducing coronary artery disease, stroke, and hypertension. And know your numbers. The life you save may be your own. Thank you.